Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Kyle here from Speedbets, bringing you guys another UFC full card breakdown. So sorry last week we did not have a video out. I was on vacation. I recorded one in the hotel room. As I'm editing it on my shitty ass MacBook, the whole fucking video corrupts. I had like no audio, and it was like staticky audio, and then the video was frozen, and I just didn't want to deal with that. I didn't want to re-record it. Didn't have a whole lot of time, but if you were in the Discord, man, we absolutely crushed it. Only one pick wrong on the entire card. That's after UFC London, where I think we got 2 fights wrong on the whole card, maybe 3. But holy shit, we have been absolutely cooking. Up 4.5 units in bets on this last card alone. We didn't play any DFS, so we don't have any of that to talk about. But man, 4.5 units on the card. That's shit. I don't even know what that's the shit you'll love to see. Had some phenomenal calls all over Kevin Borjas. Also, this I'm not even including my underdog calls. I've actually been working on a spreadsheet to track the profitability of the underdog calls that we've been doing, because I'm giving you these underdogs in the best bets video later in the week. I'm making like a whole slide for the dogs, and I bet a unit on every single underdog that I give you guys. Like, I'm not giving you bullshit where it's like, well, these guys are live, but I don't really know for sure. Like, if I'm telling you that I'm like backing these underdogs, I'm confident enough to bet on them. I put a unit on every underdog we've had for this entire year. We have to be up at least 15 units. Like, for example, we had Cowboy Fernandez and we had Carlos Vera, 2 big dogs, like plus 400, plus 600. We're up a lot. I'm working on the spreadsheet right now. By the best bets video, I will have an official spreadsheet for that. I have all the dogs I've taken this year. Even if I don't make the YouTube videos, in the Discord, I give out the cheat sheet, which includes my 3 best dogs. This last weekend, let me take you through the dogs here that I gave out in the Discord. I gave you guys Kevin Borjas, Manuel Torres. Manuel Torres was an underdog when I gave that out. And then Julia Pilastri. That wasn't really, I literally put in parentheses underneath the like Julia Pilastri. I said Julia is not that good of a fighter. Loopy may genuinely have the worst fight IQ I've ever seen. I stand on that. I don't think Loopy's that good of a fighter. I think Loopy has shit fight IQ. I'll be happy to fade her again. Julia Pilastri came alive in the third. Had it ever been a 5-round fight, she would have absolutely won the fight, but clearly it wasn't. Doesn't matter. Can't bring that up. But I don't think that was a horrible call. 29-28. Oh well, for a plus 220 dog. Whatever. But let's hop right into this card, man. I put a lot of time into the tape. I really enjoyed breaking down these fights. This is a card that kind of looks a little underwhelming on paper, but I'm super excited to break this one down. Super excited to talk about this one. I've got some very passionate opinions. And let's get right into this, man. Also, before I forget, the end of this video, depending on how long it takes, I'm going to run through my PFL picks. I don't know if I'm going to do a whole video. I don't really have a whole lot to say about a lot of the fights. I just want to give out the picks that I'm doing. I'm looking, man. I don't know if I'm looking at any bets. If I do any bets, they'll just be free plays that I throw in the Discord. I'm not going to throw the PFL like bets in the VIP. I think that's stupid. Not a lot of people tail them anyways. So if you want to see if I'm doing any PFL bets, if I remember, I'll throw them in comments of this video. But in all likelihood, I'm not going to remember to do that. If I do any bets, they'll be in the free play channel in the Discord. Again, totally free to join. Top link in the description. Hope to see you guys in there. Let's get into this card, though. First fight of the night, we have Vanessa Demopoulos, the robbery specialist, taking on Talita Alencar. Let's just remember for 1 second that Talita Alencar got a contract for drawing on DWCS. She didn't have an impressive fight. She won the first 2 rounds by Russell fucking Stephanie Luciano. And then Stephanie Luciano put the gas on her. Round 3, beat the brakes off her, 10-8s all around. I was really hoping Stephanie Luciano would get the finish in that one. Unfortunately, she could not. It's a draw. They both get signed to the UFC. Talita Alencar comes in, fights Rayanne Amanda. I don't really think she should have gotten the win there, but it was a close fight. Neither fighter, that was one of those ones where neither fighter won. The fans even lost. It was just a bad fight. But Talita Alencar did have a good 3rd round. It's interesting to note on the Contender Series, that 3rd round was her biggest weakness. I think she won the 3rd round on a couple of the judges' scorecards to make it the split decision win. She won the 3rd round. Now, Vanessa Demopoulos, you're never going to have to worry about her gassing out. All we do have to worry about is her getting controlled for 15 fucking minutes. But that doesn't matter. Vanessa Demopoulos versus, what was her name? Kanako Murata. The most egregious robbery in the history of the sport. Vanessa Demopoulos was controlled for 12 minutes, outstruck on the feet, ground and pounded, controlled for 12 minutes, and she gets a robbery. What was that? Yeah, unanimous decision. Not even a split. Unanimously, the judges decided that 12 minutes of control time does not matter. It wasn't even just dead control. Like, yeah, Kanako Murata could have been doing more. I don't think Kanako Murata is a good fighter. But Vanessa Demopoulos was not doing damage off of her back. She was throwing up punches, throwing up like attempts at elbow. It wasn't doing damage. Like, and then even against Jinyu Fry, like I'm not even sure Vanessa Demopoulos won that fight. She definitely didn't win against Emily Ducote, and Emily Ducote shit. Now this fight right here, Talita Alencar does have the potential to finish the fight. I think the grappling edge it's wide. I think Talita Alencar has a way better jiu-jitsu. That's her base. She's like a jiu-jitsu player that started trying to wrestle. She shot like 20 something takedowns on the Contender Series. Most of them were stuffed. That's why she gassed out so hard. But she's not going to stop shooting the takedowns. Her BJJ is good, her control is good, and that's a worry when you're going against Vanessa Demopoulos. She's like a 20 something percent takedown defense. Talita Alencar is going to be trying. If Vanessa Demopoulos is improved at all, like literally at all she needs to do in this fight is stuff takedowns. Vanessa Demopoulos is the better striker. She has decent Muay Thai. When they're throwing Talita Alencar, she's just throwing her punches, doing whatever. Vanessa Demopoulos going, every fucking punch, she's making a little one of those noises. Talita Alencar, she's like a silent striker. She's not going to win the judges over. Vanessa Demopoulos, like, she's always doing something. When she's on the feet, she's never like standing still, like thinking. She's not doing like the Izzy versus Yoel where they're just staring at it. Like, she's never standing still. She's always bouncing around side to side. She's throwing it's not really going to do it. The jab's never going to hurt you. I mean, you could have your guard down, eat 30 of her jabs in a row, and you probably wouldn't even know that something hit you. But she's going to do that, and that's why she's getting so much credit on the judges' scorecards. She's just always she's walking forward, she's doing something. Walking forward in this fight is exactly what she needs to do because it's hard to shoot takedowns when you're on the back foot. Talita Alencar cannot shoot takedowns off of her back foot. She needs to be pushing forward. Stephanie Luciano in the second fight, the rematch, she just dog walked Alencar, pressured forward, won the fight very, very clearly. Talita Alencar couldn't get the shots off because she was always on the back foot. Luciano put the pressure on her. Vanessa Demopoulos can do the same. Luciano is obviously much more powerful, much more technical. Vanessa Demopoulos just needs to stay busy. And for that reason, I do think Vanessa Demopoulos can stay busy. I think she's going to get taken down, but guess what, dude? It fucking doesn't matter. Apparently, Kanako Murata asked her about that. I don't think Talita Alencar is going to do enough if she gets the fight to the ground. I think she might end the rounds on top, but Vanessa Demopoulos is going to be winning the striking exchanges by a mile. We're in Vegas. Vegas does not care about ground control, all that shit. As of recently, it's been all about damage. Vanessa Demopoulos does not like lay out damage, but she's going to be landing more strikes. I have to give the edge to her. Vanessa Demopoulos is too much of a robbery merchant for me not to bet on her. Like for the past few fights, she's like a plus 400 to get a decision win usually. This fight, it's only plus 125. Still had to take a shot. I do have a unit on Vanessa Demopoulos. Next fight up, we have Victor Henry taking on Pedro Falco. Now this one right here, man. I was looking at this early in the week. I'm thinking, oh, Victor Henry all day. This is a lock. And then you do the tape study and you're like, man, Victor Henry just came off a fight where he had the most questionable decision making ever. You're going against Charles Jourdain, all right? Charles Jourdain, what do you think? You think, shit Canadian striker, guillotine merchant, John Silva victim. That's what you think of when you think fucking Charles Jourdain, all right? Victor Henry, he's losing the striking. It wasn't looking good. He wasn't looking good at all, and Charles Jourdain's not a good striker. I don't rate his striking highly whatsoever. So Victor Henry starts wrestling. Sure, that's a good plan. But when you're going against a guillotine merchant, you probably want to push him to the cage, use your trips. Don't shoot double leg takedowns. Don't shoot single leg sloppy takedowns. Victor Henry shoots 3 fucking shitty takedowns. He gets them all. He might have gotten one stuff, but he got 3 takedowns really easily. No, it didn't occur to like, maybe Charles Jourdain actually wants you to take him down so he can fucking guillotine you. Maybe the guy with 6 guillotine choke victories wants you to put your head in the guillotine. Victor Henry shoots another sloppy ass takedown. Guess what happens? He gets guillotined. Like, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. What was gonna happen? Like, Once you started shooting the takedowns, Jourdain's hands lowered. He's getting ready to catch the head. He's getting ready to lock up the guillotine. So you can punch him more. You can kick him more. Victor Henry just disappointed the shit out of me. This guy hadn't shot a takedown or hadn't landed a takedown in any of his UFC fights, not once. And then he wants to get 4. I bet the under on Victor Henry half a takedown that fight. I was pissed as hell when I saw he had 4 fucking takedowns. What are you doing against Charles Jourdain? My reasoning wasn't even the fact that he hadn't gotten in the UFC. It's the fact that you're a better striker in theory than Charles Jourdain. You should not be needing to shoot takedowns on Charles Jourdain. But he is 37. Age could be catching him, like we don't really know. Like he beat Ronnie Yaya. Okay, it took him till round 3. We have Pedro Falco on the other side. This guy, he's got some elite jiu-jitsu. He's like a multiple degree level black belt. This guy's ground game is sick. I was looking at some grappling highlights because there's not too much for the MMA stuff. A bunch of super low. When I see like Chuta Brazil, like that promotion, I don't even watch those fights unless that's literally all they have. I don't trust that promotion. I don't think it's a good promotion. I watched this fight on Tough Enough Contender Series, but he has so much like Shoto Brazil and some just like, where's this? Like XFC International. Like these aren't good promotions. He wasn't fighting high level competition. He's just fighting guys, just dudes being dudes. Pedro Falco, though, like I said, super high level jiu-jitsu. He lacks the rustling. He's been working on it. He doesn't care. He's going to push a pace. This guy is like a cardio machine. I shouldn't say a cardio machine. He's like a forward pressure machine. In his last fight on the debut, he took that against Victor Hugo. Super short notice, like multiple days. Came in, he walked forward, he laid it on him. Yeah, he got dropped once, didn't matter. He's going forward, he's shooting takedowns. He shot a million fucking takedowns. Only got 1. He's still shooting. He's still trying. He had the forward pressure. He pretty much put it on Victor Hugo. Not like actually, because he was getting dominated by Victor Hugo, but he had a very good showing, a very good performance for the circumstances of a couple days' notice. Victor Hugo isn't a bum. He came in his couple fights later. I think it might have been the next fight, actually. He missed weight by like a whole fucking weight class. Yeah, against Basharat. Man, I wanted to see him beat Basharat so bad. That was so stupid, though. Yeah, he like thought the fight was at 145 for some reason. I don't know, man. Whatever. But I'm really tempted to pick Pedro Falco here. I'm going to give you guys Pedro Falco as my official pick. I don't think that I'm going to lay this guy down as one of my most confident dogs on the card. I don't know if I'm going to bet on this fight, but I think Pedro Falco is more than live. You want to look at the betting odds, he's like a plus 170 underdog. You want to look at the decision, no action. Like that's where if it goes to decision, your bet gets refunded no matter who wins. So like you need your guy to win inside the distance. Pedro Falco's like minus 300. Like the books know Pedro Falco is live for this finish. I do have a small bet. I lied to you guys. I just remembered. I have a small bet on Pedro Falco by submission. It was like plus 700. Are you kidding me? This guy has incredible jiu-jitsu. Victor Henry made some questionable choices. If Pedro Falco has been working on the wrestling at all, he's been working on the cardio. He can absolutely get takedowns on Victor Henry. Victor Henry has a good takedown defense percentage. I don't think that really... I mean, who's shooting on this guy? I mean, I guess he's stuffed takedowns from some decent fighters. I'm just talking shit about him, but... My pick's going to be Pedro Falco. Give me that submission. Give me round 2. Give me a round 2 submission. I think he's going to wear on Victor Henry in the first round a little bit. Push that pace like he did in his last fight. Get Victor Henry up to the cage. Get a good like body lock takedown on him. Put him to the side. Going to get a rear naked choke in the second round. Next fight up, we have another one I'm very confident in. I mean, the odds are shot on this fight. In the Discord, I gave out a bet. I have a parlay with the 2 big women's favorites. I mean, those odds are like that 2-leg parlay right now is like minus 400. Like it's insane. I got them both around like minus 500, I believe, or minus 450, 500, something like that. It's just insane. Like Loma Lookboonmee is gonna win this fight. There's not a doubt in my mind about that. But the fact that Loma, who is unproven as hell against high-level competition, is this big of a favorite over anyone is crazy. Whatever, man. Like whatever. Estela Nunes should not be in the UFC. Plain and simple. 0-4 in the promotion. Lost to Sam Hughes. Lost to Ariane Carnelossi. Like, she has a loss to Angela Lee back in the day in one championship. She's got losses to Yasmin Yaregui, Victoria Dudakova. That was an unfortunate toss. Like she went, Victoria Dudakova, I believe, went for a takedown or a hip toss. Stella Nunes posted wrong, the elbow. We were there. We know. It was not fun to watch, not fun to rewatch. Cause I had to make sure that like that is what happened. But ouch. Haven't seen her in a while. She was supposed to be getting fed to Molly McCann. By fed to, I mean she was going to beat Molly McCann. Estela Nunes genuinely might still have a roster spot if Molly McCann is fighting anywhere but England. But guess what? She doesn't. I guess I take that back. Molly McCann's fought in the Apex a couple times. But whatever. Estela Nunes, she has good pressure for the first round. Estela Nunes is not a bad fighter. Like, you see these betting odds, you see the betting odds, you see the 0-4 in the UFC, you think Estela Nunes is a fucking bum. She's not even a bad fighter, she's just not UFC level. It's insane to me, the level that the UFC is in terms of, like, how far ahead the competition is compared to these regional organizations. For example, I was just talking about this with my friends today. James Yontop, the guy who got his ass kicked by Mauricio Rufi, the guy who got subbed up by Chris Padilla, the guy who lost the decision to Vyacheslav Borishev. 0-3 in the UFC. I mean, the Vyacheslav fight was close, I guess. That should not have been a split decision. But none of his fights were particularly close. And he gets cut from the UFC. Guess what he does? He goes to the regional scene. He just wins a fucking belt like a week ago. Like, that guy's a champion. He is the best fighter in that organization's, like, division. And it probably isn't even close. I haven't watched that fight. Wasn't fortunate enough to be paying attention to watch that live. I bet the fight wasn't even close. Like, he's probably way, way better than whoever the current champion in that organization was. And it's just insane to me. Estela Nunes could probably go back to, like, one championship and actually do very, very well. Again, Estela Nunes needs to basically go out on her shield here. She needs to walk forward into Loma in the first round and just bang. But Loma, unfortunately, has been progressing very well. She has the opportunity to land takedowns. I think she will land a couple takedowns, slow down Estela Nunes, gas her out. Loma Lookboome is, like, incapable of hurting another human. Like, it's actually crazy to me. She subbed up Elise Reed, but I mean, it's just decision. Like, it's just holy shit, man. Is it possible she gets a ground and pound TKO? Maybe. I took a shot on it because the odds were crazy. It was like plus 1,000. She's a minus 700 favorite. You gotta take a shot sometimes, man. Fucking scared money don't make money. I bet on Loma Lookboome to get a knockout at plus 1,000. Sue me. Like, it's possible. She gets a ground and pound TKO. She's gonna be beating the shit out of Estela Nunes on the feet. If she hurts her, lands a good body shot, Estela Nunes shoots a shitty takedown. Loma Lookboome stuffs the takedown, flips her over, like, rolls her into side control, starts throwing elbows from side control. Like, it's possible. You have to see the vision. This fight 9 times out of 10 is going to decision. Like, let's not get that twisted here. But I think Loma Lookboome, I really do think she can get a finish in this fight. If she can't get a finish in this fight, I've lost all hope. You lost to Lupi Godinez. Holy shit. Her 2 UFC losses are Angela Hill and Lupi. Just 2 super inconsistent fighters with a lot of losses. I think Estela Nunes is actually live to win the first round. Like, as crazy as that sounds, I think if she wants to win this fight, she has to go, like, all gas, no brakes in the first round. Literally dump everything that she has into that first round to try and get a finish. I'm going to take a shot when the odds drop. You can bet on certain websites like Wager Attack, Bet Online. I don't know if Bovada has, they might, but I think BetUS has it. You can bet on them to win a round on the judges' scorecards, where, say, even if Estela Nunes gets knocked out in the second round, as long as she won the first round on the scorecards that get published on Twitter, on UFC.com, everywhere, like, after the fight, as long as she won on the scorecards, your bet will cash, and it's going to be like 500. It's usually the same as their money line for every single fight. I think Estela Nunes to win the first round at, like, what will probably be plus 600, plus 700 at the time, like, I don't think that's a terrible bet. I think I'm going to take a stab on that, maybe just like a quarter unit or something. I mean, you don't even need to put like, if it's plus 500, I can put 0.2 units and I'm making a unit profit. It's insane. But Loma's going to do whatever she wants. Give me Loma Lookboome. I want to call knockouts so bad, but it's really realistically going to be a decision. So, yeah, give me Loma by decision. All right, next fight up here, we have Rhys McKee taking on UFC newcomer Daniel Frunza. Daniel Frunza seems to be on paper. This guy's the real deal. I mean, you got knockout, 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 knockout. This guy's a knockout machine. Who is he knocking out, though? I mean, you got guys that are 3-2, 0-0, 2-2. Like, obviously, he does have a couple good wins. You don't generally get to the Contender Series by beating up fucking nobodies. He beat a 6-1 Harris Talazik. He beat a 7-3 Jalen Fuller. These are good wins. His LFA wins are actually good. Now, I mean, would either of these guys hold a candle to the worst fighter in the UFC? No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, like one of these guys, he lost to Chris Brown. PFL Chris Brown, the guy looks like MVP, but he throws like question mark spinning kick like the whole fight. This guy is just throwing highlight reel kicks that have no pop, no power. He's just chasing highlights the whole time. He got decisioned by. How do you get decisioned by Chris Brown, man? How does that even like Chris Brown? If he's generally knocking you out with some fucking kicks, like head kicks. Oh my god, man. I don't know. I no hate to Chris Brown. Dude's a good fighter, but just a weird style. How do you lose a decision to Chris Brown? That's Harris Talanzik or whatever. Then you want to look at Jalen Fuller. I mean, this guy, he's fought 3 people that are UFC level. He lost to every single one of them. Lost to Daniel Frunza, Trey Waters, and like MURHPY. I mean, those are some tough draws for regional LFA fights. But he showed that he couldn't hang with guys that made it to the UFC. None of those guys are particularly successful in the UFC, especially Trey Waters. He got knocked out by Trey Waters. Yeah, I guess Trey Waters is like 2-0 in the UFC, but whatever. Fuck Josh Quinlan. That guy sucks. Forgot that guy got Von Flue choked by Bonfim. Whatever, man. I'm not picking Daniel Frunza. I'm picking Rhys fucking McKee. Rhys McKee is a good fighter. He is a good boxer, good kickboxer. He is a technical striker. Don't let this 0-4 UFC record fool you. This guy debuted against Khamzat Chimaev. Oh no, he got TKO'd by Khamzat. Dude, fucking yeah, so does everybody. God forbid a dude gets taken down and mauled by Khamzat Chimaev, future 185 champion of the world. Fucking my bad, dude. He lost to Alex Morono. That wasn't a good look. It's not like he was out of the fight, though. Like, Alex Morono in 2020 was much better than Alex Morono is right now. Like, Alex Morono 5 years ago, he was fucking 29. Alex Morono was beating guys like Max Griffin, Rhys McKee, Donald Cerrone, Mickey Gall, Matthew Semmelsberger, Tim Means, like, Court McGinn. He was getting good wins. Alex Morono was a good fighter. This guy you don't get 13 UFC wins by being a bad fighter. When we all think Alex Morono, we're thinking like, oh, that guy's shit. He just got knocked out by Carlos Leal, the juice head from overseas. Like, no. Alex Morono at the age of 29 was a good fighter. That's not a bad loss. Rhys McKee, also, don't even get me started. Rhys McKee's fucking super young. We were talking about 29-year-old Morono. Rhys McKee's 29 right now. Rhys McKee was fucking like 24 when he fought Alex Morono. Alex Morono was already a crafty vet by the age of 29. Are you kidding me? This guy's been in the UFC forever. Rhys McKee's 29, coming into his physical prime. He's younger than fucking Daniel Frunza, and he's fought 4 high-level UFC opponents. He didn't win again. I'm not saying this like, oh my god, he's smoking UFC comp. Chidi Njokuani, he got hit with a couple bombs. Chidi was throwing to kill in that fight, and guess what he did? He slowed the pace. He rustled. He was trying to fucking rustle. His rustling wasn't that good. It didn't do enough to win the fight. He couldn't get the takedowns. But he was trying. He understood. It was a lot of cage control. Against Ange Loosa, hit with some bombs. Ange Loosa gassed himself out because Rhys McKee was too fucking tough for his own good. He could not get finished. Rhys McKee he fights like a fucking zombie. Like this guy, you can't put him away. What is Daniel Frunza going to do? This guy's only got knockouts. What is he going to fucking do? Knock out Rhys McKee? No. No, he's not. He's going to have to win a decision. We've seen this guy one time in round 3. Once, maybe twice. Twice back in the day against fucking a 2-2 opponent. He's not knocking out Rhys McKee. That's not happening. Khamzat just volume TKO'd Rhys McKee. It wasn't even like he was out. He just volume TKO'd Rhys McKee because Rhys McKee couldn't land a shit. It was like 40 unanswered strikes. Khamzat Chimaev's control is just that good. I'm picking Rhys McKee. I think he's even live to get a finish. Daniel Frunze, this dude's throwing some crazy, he's throwing like wild ass overhands, wild ass hooks. Like Reese McKee is good enough to counter you. If this guy's been working at all on his wrestling, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Reese McKee duck down under one of these. When this Frunze guy's throwing his fucking hooks, he's like way back here, bro. He's throwing his over, and he's like, coming in like this. Like Reese McKee can easily duck one of those shots and get a takedown. Reese McKee has really good grappling. He just was lacking the wrestling. His wrestling isn't good. The Chidi fight showed us that. But he recognized the danger that Chidi presented, and he implemented the game plan. That was over a year ago. He's had a year to work on it. Maybe he knows. The wrestling was lacking. Let's work on that. We could have beat Chidi and Jikawani. It was a split decision. One judge did think he beat Chidi. Now, I don't necessarily think that he should have gotten the nod in that fight. That's not what I'm saying right now. But what I am saying is that he knows what he has to do. It's just a matter of whether or not he can do it. I think Daniel Frunze is there to be taken down. The way he throws his punches is not conducive to like winning a decision. He's fighting for the moments, not the minutes. Reese McKee knows how to fight for the minutes. He can get the cage control. As long as he doesn't let Daniel Frunze have super massive moments where he gets rocked, he gets dropped, like he's going to be fine. He's going to win this fight. Like when Reese McKee got cut from the UFC after his 2 fights staying against Hamzat and Morono, okay? Goes to the Cage Warriors. Gets a round 3 knockout. Then he fights Justin Burlinson, the champ. Knocks him out round 3. Justin Burlinson's good. He's not like a washed fighter, like past his time. Justin Burlinson's fighting for the title again in a couple weeks here. Like, I think on the 26th or something. Like, he's still a good fight. He's still good. I'm picking him to win that fight. And then he gets another fucking round 4 corner stoppage. Wearing on the damage, wearing on the body. He can't continue. Reese McKee has cardio for days. He's not going to gas out. The grappling pressure is not going to get to this guy. He can do everything except for just purely wrestle, and I'm hoping he's been working on that. If he comes in with a complete game plan, I think Reese McKee genuinely could look like minus 250, minus 300 in this fight. I think if he gets a wrestling pace going, he is the better striker. He's not the more powerful striker. But guess what? Reese McKee has a 100% finish rate. This guy's never won a decision. He can make it to decision. He can make it to round 4. He can get a stoppage in round 4. He can get a stoppage in round 3. This guy has cardio for days. He's always dangerous. He's always live. I'm picking Reese McKee. I think he's going to get a knockout over Daniel Frunze. I think it's going to be a ground and pound TKO after Daniel Frunze throws a wild-ass overhand. Reese McKee ducks under, takes him down, starts throwing elbows from half guard, passes to side, passes to mount. I think Reese McKee's going to TKO this guy on the ground in the 3rd round. Next fight up, we have Diana Belbita taking on Deone Barbosa. Guys, this is like, it's a lock. Deone Barbosa's already climbed to minus 1,000. I don't even think that's wide enough. Deone Barbosa is going to kill Diana Belbita. Diana Belbita doesn't even want to be a fucking fighter. She's in the media talking about, I don't really care if I win or lose. Like, I'm working on a gym. I'm going to be a coach. Like, I'm going to do all this. I'm going to do that. She doesn't care. She got submitted by Molly McCann. You know how bad Diana Belbita is? People were surprised by that. I fucking picked that. I picked Molly McCann by submission over Diana Belbita. That's how little I think of Diana Belbita. All right? People, oh, Molly McCann, it's a layup. She's going to get a knock. No, I'm so confident in betting against Diana Belbita. I swear on my life, and I can find the screenshots if I need to, I picked and bet on Molly McCann by submission plus 800 over Diana Belbita. Only career sub. Never had another sub. Got subbed all the time. Molly McCann cannot grapple, and I picked her to submit Diana Belbita. That's how little I think of Diana Belbita. Deone Barbosa is going to fucking judo throw her, fucking Oshigari right into side, and then she's going to grab that arm, drop back, snap that shit in half. Like, Deone Barbosa by armbar, I wish I had one of the books where you could bet the exact outcome. That's how this fight's ending. Deone Barbosa is going to armbar Diana Belbita, and I would bet a lot on that. You look at the, like, Tapology or whatever. Oh, Diana Belbita, she's a fight finisher. She has way more finishes than Deone Barbosa. We're looking like Diana Belbita's record. She has 6 knockouts, 4 submissions, like 10 finishes. Like, oh shit, man, this girl can finish fights. You want to know the record, like the combined record of the girls she's finished? It's 18-31. Like, multiple of these fighters are winless in their entire careers. Diana Belbita got them when they were debuting too. The ones that like came around to win a few fights, she took them in their debut and subbed them up. Like, Diana Belbita is not good. Her grappling is nowhere near good enough to beat Deone Barbosa. Every single fight in the UFC, she has literally been out-grappled. Deone Barbosa, I don't think her jiu-jitsu is that good. I think her jiu-jitsu is borderline fraudulent. I don't think she's really that great, but she's a high-level judoka. She's like a fucking black belt in judo. She might be a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I don't know, but I don't think that highly of her pure jiu-jitsu. But guess what? In judo, when you fucking throw someone, you can drop down on the arm. You know what she's going to do? She's going to drop down on that arm right after the hip toss. Deone Barboza, armbar, round 2. Deone Barboza has a chance to make herself great here. Nobody knows who she is. She's got a couple UFC fights, coming off a loss to Miranda Maverick. Miranda Maverick's like a name people have heard of. They think like, oh, Miranda Maverick, she's all right. I mean, she's being like fucking Jamie Lynn Horth. Like, she's not that good. Yeah, I mean, actually looking at this, Miranda Maverick has like the fucking easiest schedule as of recent. Priscilla Cachoeira, Andrea Lee, Deone Barboza, Jamie Lynn Horth. She's not even in the rankings on a 4-fight win streak in one of the most shallow divisions in the UFC. Insane. Anyways, Deone Barboza is going to armbar Diana Belbita in the first round. She's going to make a statement, pick her up, fucking dunk her. Molly McCann did it. You can do it too. I know you can. Please, for the love of God, just do what you're supposed to do. I'm begging you. Next fight up, Davy Grant taking on Daniel Santos. I'm here to tell you guys, Unk still has it. I'm taking Davy Grant to win this fight as the 39-year-old underdog. This guy has not showed signs of slowing down. He literally fought like 3 or 4 months ago. Was that 4.5 months ago against Ramon Tavares? Like a 20-something-year-old up-and-coming striking prospect. He got outstruck, out-caged, felt like I was just outplayed. I mean, yeah, Davy Grant, 30-27, Ramon Tavares. That fight was not close. I would pick Davy Grant in that one. We backed him as an underdog. He came through for us. Daniel Santos, where's this dude been? I remember, like, I was breaking down his fight against Johnny Munoz Jr. way back. It's like probably a year and a half ago at this point, almost 2 years ago. Withdrew against Daniel Marcos, he probably would have lost. Withdrew against Saidar Magomedov, he probably would have lost. Like, this guy, I'm not counting all these. I don't care that much. He probably has more pullouts than he actually does fights. I'd be very surprised to know that this guy had a kid, just with this fucking pullout game. But Davy Grant's going to be the better fighter here. I think Daniel Santos is the more dangerous, but Davy Grant's always there. This guy has crazy submissions. I'm not going to forget the reverse triangle or the inverted triangle against Rafael Assunção. He was losing that fight. He needed it. He pulled that shit out the fucking fire, and he got it. Yeah, they robbed Davy Grant on an Aspinall card in England. That's criminal. I think Davy Grant is going to be more active on the feet. He just needs to survive the first round. The way I see it, Daniel Santos can win the first round. Davy Grant is guaranteed the third round if it gets there. Davy Grant is like 90% confirmed in the second round. That's 2 rounds out of the fight. I think Davy Grant can even win the first round. Daniel Santos is the more dangerous fight. If anyone's going to get like a flash first round finish, like some random ass knee up the middle that's going to change the trajectory of the fight, like a fucking flying kick, like anything crazy, it's going to be Daniel Santos. This guy's a shoot-the-box guy. We know how shoot-the-box fighters are. They're fucking shitty Muay Thai where they get hit like 35 times. They land 5 flashy strikes in it. Maybe one of them rocks the opponent so we all forget that they just got lit up 35 times by like high-level combinations. They get dropped often. The legs just get chewed up. They get taken down with ease. Get controlled on the ground. They're throwing up fucking triangles, armbar. They're doing crazy shit to try and get in the fight. They're going to fucking sprawl back, drop into a darce, drop into an anna. Like, they're doing crazy shit on the ground, but if you just, like, sit in their guard, sit in a half guard, you control them with ease. They're able to be wrestle-fucked. They get hit on the feet. Like, the shoot-to-box camp is not a good fight camp. They spar each other to the fucking death. Charles Oliveira, I mean, that massive cut before the second Islam fight. He had to pull out of that fight because his sparring partners are hitting him with, like, fucking spinning elbows and shit. I don't think too highly of the shoot-to-box camp, but the guys are crazy. I will give them that. Daniel Santos is a wild guy. Very fun fighter to watch. This fight's going to be awesome. Davy Grant, the Davy Grant bet, literally I've coined it the Davy Grant bet, is plus 3.5. Davy Grant can be submitted. Like, if Daniel Santos came out, if I could trust this guy to, like, actually shoot, like, a proper takedown, get the fight to the ground, I'd say he could submit Davy Grant. But I can't shoot the box. You're not going to wrestle. The fuck, you guys? They don't wrestle. They just get dropped and the guy enters their guard. Charles Oliveira got to the top by getting dropped. And then when the guy fucking follows up to finish him, he just reverses the position, takes the back, and submits him. I mean, Davy Grant plus 3.5. This bet hits fucking as of like all of the time recently. Ramon Tavares, the plus 3. You could have bet minus 3.5. You could have bet minus 5.5. You would have hit. I think Davy Grant's got him covered everywhere the fight goes. He got the striking. He has okay grappling. He can defend the takedowns. He can keep the fight where he wants it to be. He can engage in the clinch as long as he doesn't get caught by some crazy flying, spinning, jumping, whatever, any of that bullshit. He's going to win this fight. I have a full unit on Davy Grant plus 3.5. I have a half unit on his money line. Got him at plus 144. I expect that line to close. You will be seeing him in my dog section in the video on Friday, where I give you guys my 5 locks, my 3 best dogs, the round lines, DFS, all that fun stuff, in the best bets video. But yeah, David Grant by decision. On to the next one. Then we got Ode Osbourne taking on Louis Garroulet. Louis Garroulet, this guy, I'm not too high on him. Undefeated fighter. Coming in, taking on Ode Osbourne, I'd say it's a pretty soft debut. Ode Osbourne, always dangerous in that first round. We all know this by now. Dropped Lazy Boy Rodriguez just like Kevin Borjas. Kevin Borjas could not get the knockout, man. We had Kevin Borjas by knockout plus 550. Dude, we were fucking, oh my god. Ode Osbourne has some weird fights, you know? Like, getting subbed by Asu Almabayev just isn't a good look. I get Asu Almabayev is 21-3. I get that, man, but he hasn't done like shit for submissions in the UFC. Couldn't submit CJ Vergara. Edgar Shiras just submitted CJ Vergara in like 2 minutes. Couldn't submit Jose Johnson. I've seen Jose Johnson get put in a fucking twister in the octagon. Like, I've seen Felipe Bunes. Who? Felipe Bunes fucking submitted Jose Johnson in the first round. Got his ass cut from the promotion. Fucking shit weight bully. Oh my god, I hate Jose Johnson, but I don't know, man. Got submitted in the second round by Asu Almabayev. The way I see Ode is that he is a dangerous striker. He has skills in the... I'm not saying Ode's a bad fighter. But, like, did he rob Charles Johnson? Yeah. Yeah, you know, he should not beat Charles Johnson. I'm sorry, man. It's like the fact that it was a close fight is, like, good enough. He has 2 canceled fights against fucking Dennis Bondar. Dennis Bondar would have submitted him both times. A fight with Amir Albazi, probably would have TKO'd him on the ground or fucking submitted him. Ode Osbourne been subbed. Louis Garroulet. It's like a system bet for me. When you're betting against Ode Osbourne, just bet him to get subbed. I had him to get subbed against Lazy Boy Rodriguez. When I saw fucking Rodriguez on his back, unable to finish the fight, I knew I was fading Rodriguez in his next fight. Look at that. We hammered Kevin Borjas. He gets smoked. But, I mean, just getting subbed by Rafael Filho, that's not a bad look. I mean, Filho's fucking legit. I think he's fighting Nascimento coming up. Let me make sure that's true. Yeah, he's fighting Nascimento here in a couple weeks. That's actually a couple months. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret right now. I think I'm picking Filho by submission. This fight was booked a while ago, like last year. And I think I was on Filho as like a 3-1 underdog by submission. I think I'm keeping that pick. I think Rafael Filho's fucking legit on the mat. I think the dude's got some sick grappling. I think he's going to submit Nascimento. So Ode Osbourne getting subbed by him is not a bad look. I took a shot. I think Louis Garroulet by sub was like plus 1,000. Put like a fucking 0.2 units on that. Gave that one out for shits and giggles. Ode Osbourne has been submitted a lot. Garroulet is not going to have as much success on the feet as he has in these other fights. I mean, against Nick Piccinini, like, he robbed the shit out of Nick Piccinini. I shouldn't say robbed the shit. Like, I'm glad Nick didn't get in the UFC. That guy robbed Jack Duffy. Jack Duffy's actually, like, a fun fighter. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's knocking these guys out. These, like, aren't... These guys have some experience. Like, he actually has some decent wins over, like, moderately experienced fighters. He's going to have fought a guy like Ode Osbourne with that kind of experience. I don't think Garroulet is going to put him out in the first few minutes. I think he's going to work in the wrestling in the second and the third round. Give me Garroulet by a third round submission. Ode Osbourne's going to be gassed. He's going to have to be throwing up prayers. He's down 2 rounds, trying to get out of the back position. He's going to turn in, expose his head. Garroulet's going to hop off to the side, hit him with a head and arm triangle. Yeah, that's a big round 3 submission for Louis Garroulet. Next up, we have my boy Torres Finney taking on Robert Valentin. Guys, Torres Finney is such a fucking lock. The house is going on Torres. Now, I'm just saying, he isn't that good of a fighter. Like, he is extremely one-dimensional. And when he fights a guy with some sick power on the feet, he's going to get put out cold. Like, 185's got some hard hitters. This guy fights like a Robocopper. Like, dude might be fucked. But until that happens, we're going to be hammering him. Robert Valentin's going to get picked up, dumped on his head. Robert Valentin, this guy's a submission guy. He's trying some crazy fucking submissions. This guy has a bunch of submissions. Armbar in the Ultimate Fighter. Like, what does he have? 6 out of his fucking 10 wins are submissions. He's generally a fight finisher. He has like 10 finishes, 11 total wins. Torres Finney, on the other hand, this guy's a dog. 7 finishes, 9 total fights, 9 total wins. Even 5 amateur wins. Most of those by finish as well. I think only 1 decision there. Torres Finney's just a dog. Robert Valentin's going to get taken down. He's going to be throwing shit up. He's going to be trying to take the back of Torres Finney. Dude, good luck putting in the fucking hooks on Torres Finney's body. I was thinking about this today. How does Robert Valentin win this fight? Because at the beginning of this week, I have a unit on Torres Finney. I parlayed him with the over 2.5 for the Demopoulos-Alencar fight. Well, I was trying to think, how do I lose that bet? What could happen? Robert Valentin going to chin Torres Finney in the first round? No, I don't think so. I mean, he has that one step-in elbow, beautiful elbow against Yanis Bakar. Perfectly timed in the Ultimate Fighter. Yanis Bakar is fighting this weekend, and not even this weekend, he's fighting tomorrow in the fucking PFL. I'm picking him to win as an underdog. We'll get there. I'm going to be breaking down the PFL, I've decided. I mean, he's got like, round one knockout against the guy making his debut. The guy has an 0-2 record professionally. Robert Valentin has 2 first-round knockouts. One was a perfectly placed elbow, beautiful elbow. I'm not taking anything away from that, but he's not going to replicate that. And the other was a guy making his debut. I'm not picking Robert Valentin to first TKO Torres Finney before Finney gets in on a takedown. Torres Finney's going to walk forward. He's going to whale that overhand from way the hell back. And guess what? If it lands, it lands. If it doesn't, it doesn't. He doesn't give a shit. He's going for the high crotch, picking up Robert Valentin, slamming dude on his head, and mauling him on the ground. Torres Finney's going to beat the shit out of Robert Valentin on the ground. I used some more graphic words than that when I was sending out the reasoning for my bet when I bet Torres Finney. If you want to see that reasoning, join the Discord. You can see it, but yeah, Robert Valentin, I don't think he stands a chance. He's a submission guy. What is he going to? He's throwing up crazy submissions off his back. You want to triangle Torres Finney? Good fucking luck. Dude, I trained jiu-jitsu. You know how hard it is to triangle someone with like just wide shoulders in general? Like, it's actually, I have super long legs. Like, I'm 6'3" at 170 pounds, like when I cut down weight for competition and shit. Like, I have super long, super lanky legs. Triangle is one of my go-to submissions. You know how hard it is to triangle someone who just has a build that's built against triangles? Torres Finney's never going to get triangled in his entire MMA career. I think Torres Finney could go against some of the best grapplers in the world. They would not triangle him. They might submit him other ways. They're not going to triangle him. What are you going to do, guillotine Torres Finney? He has no neck. Rear naked choke Torres Finney. This dude flexes his lats, and if you have your arm in there, your arm's going to get crushed between his skull and his fucking traps. You can't. I spent like probably an hour today thinking about what submission could possibly get Torres Finney out of there. All I could think of is like heel hook. But you know what happens when you go for a heel hook in MMA? The dude sits up into you a little bit, and he just punches you in the face because you need both of your hands latched up on that heel. Like the hook. The hook is when it hooks around your wrist. You need to have both your arms there. You can't defend yourself. If Torres Finney gets put in a heel hook, he's going to fucking step backwards and just pound the shit out of you until you let go. Torres Finney's not getting heel hooked. He's not getting knee barred. An arm bar is not going to work on a guy with this much muscle mass. Unless he, like, Robert Valentin throws a fucking flying arm bar and it just snaps on impact because his whole body weight's going into it. Torres Finney is just simply too strong. You will not arm bar Torres Finney. I can promise you're not going to Kimura or Americana. Like, this guy, Torres Finney, I don't know if this guy is submittable in MMA. The higher he gets in the rankings, we're going to find out there's better grapplers. Anthony Hernandez is probably the best chance we're going to see. That's a fun fight. I think he'd fucking decimate Anthony Hernandez in the first round, but how is he going to look in the second and the third? I don't know. Robert Valentin is not going to submit Torres Finney. Torres Finney is going to TKO Robert Valentin second round on the ground. He's just going to pick him up, dunk him probably 8, 9, 10 times. Torres Finney is an absolute lock, and I love him in this spot here. Now we have Brad Tavares taking on my guy GM3, and I was looking for every reason in the world to take GM3. I really, really, really wanted to pick GM3, but guys, I just couldn't. I hate it. GM3 is one of my guys, Milwaukee guy representing. You can't pick GM3 at this point in his career, man. It sucks against a guy like Brad Tavares, especially. You can pick GM3 definitely to like sub up some lower level fighters, like an Edmund Shabazian. That guy's terrible. Shouldn't be in the UFC. Whatever. He knocked out Brad Tavares though in the first round. That was pretty sick. Um, yeah, Brad Tavares, generally speaking, really good takedown defense. Stuffed a bunch of takedowns from a lot of good fighters. Like he stuffed Chris Weidman's, he stuffed Dricus's, Omari Akhmedov's, like Antonio Carlos Jr. Like he's stuffing good takedown artist takedowns. But I don't think GM3 is going to be able to get a takedown. It's hard to say. Like GM3 has to shoot for takedowns if he wants to. His takedowns are like a little bit slower, like single leg takedowns, like very rudimentary. It's not a diss at all. GM3 does what GM3 fucking does. The guy's a beast. His takedowns are pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Those are the kind of takedowns that Brad Tavares stuffs. What Brad Tavares doesn't stuff is when a RoboCop pushes him into the cage, grabs a body lock, picks him up, and throws him down. That's what Brad Tavares doesn't defend. Against Jung Young Park, I believe that was also a body lock takedown, like a full-on pickup set down. In the third round, though, Jung Young Park did have the back of Brad Tavares. I mean, GM3 round 2, 3 sub, like that's an auto bet, no matter the fight. I don't care like who you are, what you're doing. Like if you're betting on a GM3 fight, you automatically bet GM3 by round 2 or round 3 submission. Brad Tavares, unfortunately, is a UFC quality fighter. GM3's kind of been win one, lose one, win one, lose one for a while. And it looks like, technically speaking, coming off the RDR loss, he's due to win one. But I can't see it happening. I'd be so happy. I'm not going to really bet on Brad Tavares much here. I think it should be an easy win. Just stuff the takedowns, pepper GM3 from range. I want GM3 to win so badly, but Brad Tavares should get this one done by decision. Next up, we have Martin Buday taking on Kennedy Nzechukwu. Martin Buday, the former Blob champion for Shamil Gaziev, dethroned him. I mean, what can I even say about this fight here? Martin Buday, the guys he's beating in the UFC, he was on the most fraudulent run of all time. This guy racked up the incredible performances against Chris Barnett, Lukasz Brzeski, Jake Collier, Josh Parisian. This dude was 4-0 in the UFC. Look at those stud performances. You want to know the combined UFC record of those 4 fighters? It's fucking 10-23. Like, why was this guy gassed? When Shamil Gaziev came in, Shamil Gaziev was the underdog to Martin Buday. That's how much aura Martin Buday had for beating up on these other blobs. At that point in time, now retrospectively, like the dollar amount wise, it's like nowhere near. Like I do $50 a unit right now. I'm pretty small units compared to most guys, but like when I was betting on this fight at the time, I was pretty new to betting. I was just kind of getting my feet wet. I was super, super low units. I was doing $5 units back then. I had a 10 unit bet. This was like my max bet. I bet $50 back then when I was doing $5 a unit on Shamil Gaziev at plus 115. It's just a smoke show performance. Beats the living shit out of Martin Buday. Takes away all of this false aura the dude had. Sends him back to the Apex. Actually, it wasn't the Apex. It was a pay-per-view where he fought Andrei Arlovsky and he lost. I swear to God he lost this fight. I may be biased. I had an Andrei Arlovsky by split decision ticket. 28-1 plus 2,800. And I thought I was cashing. I thought Andrei Arlovsky won that fight. My money thinks Andrei Arlovsky won that fight. Martin Buday, you owe me some cash. I'm betting a little bit extra on Kennedy this weekend. Kennedy and Zed, I mean, you can just look at him. He's like half the blob that Martin Buday is. This guy, he is slow. He has shit cardio, bad fight IQ, but he's going to be faster than Buday. He has good takedown defense. He's not going to get stuck on the cage like these other blobs with his back fat sticking in between the fucking cage holes. Like, that's not the case. Kennedy Nzechukwu, he's like a little bit athletic, a little bit quicker. He has real power. He's going to probably TKO Martin Buday in like the second round. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this fight goes to a decision. Like, I don't think highly of Kennedy Nzechukwu at all. But I also don't think even less of Martin Buday, the guy who genuinely lost to Andrei Arlovsky. Yeah, Kennedy Nzechukwu. I'd say last fight out, I bet Kennedy Nzechukwu round 2 or 3 knockout against Brzeski. He chalked me with like 9 seconds left in the first round, pissed me off. I'm going to try it again. Give me Kennedy Nzechukwu round 2 or 3 knockout. Martin Buday, you're gone, buddy. Your time has come. Then we have Cortavius Romeus taking on Chang Ho Lee. Cortavius, man, I said it in the first time we broke this guy down like 4 months ago. I said I wasn't sold on him. I said the price tag wasn't worth it against Gaston Bolanos. It paid off. Cortavius shit the fucking bed. Alright, he's too small. He's like 5'4". Chang Ho Lee is going to look like a giant compared to this guy. He's like a 5'8" little Korean dude. I mean, no offense to my Koreans out there, but you don't generally think as like, you don't see a Korean guy and think, wow, he's towering over me. That's just not what happens. Cortavius Romeus is tiny. He's a Milwaukee Pura Vida guy. I got respect for the gym, respect for Milwaukee, of course. But man, I'm not picking this guy to win. I'm not picking this guy to win in the UFC. Losing to Gaston Bolanos is criminal. It wasn't even like super competitive. He got fucking walked pillar to post against Gaston Bolanos. Chang Ho Lee has a sick clinch game. His fight against Long Zhao, we gave him out. Chang Ho Lee as an underdog on the Instagram. The post is still up there in our highlights. First ever official free play we gave out on Instagram. Plus 105 money line. Chang Ho Lee came through for us. Split decision, a little dicey. Lots of clinching, lots and lots of clinch knees. He's very, very strong in that clinch position. Cortavius tries tying up for a takedown. Chang Ho Lee's going to abuse the shit out of him. And when you're 5'4", a knee up the middle from a guy that's 5'8" can almost hit your forehead. And I think it can. If he pushes the head back, he takes a step backwards, drives the head into it. Chang Ho Lee is like live to land a sick knee in the clinch here. If he drops like Cortavius with a sick clinch knee, I mean, we just saw Teba Gautier land a clean knee against Jose Medina, guy that people were saying had the best chin in the UFC. That shit dropped him right to his ass. Knees don't mess around. Chang Ho Lee's live for a knee knockout. I think Chang Ho Lee's going to win a decision here. I think he's just going to survive. He has decent wrestling. He can be taken down, which is a little bit worrying, but I don't rate Cortavius as wrestling that highly. I think Chang Ho Lee's going to stuff the takedowns. I think he's the better striker. It's not even like a big reach advantage. He's just a better striker. He's more proven, which is crazy to say about a road to the UFC guy. I don't rate Cortavius. He's usually kill or be killed. I think this time he's going to get killed. I'd love to see that clinch knee knockout, but I realistically think it's going to be a decision. Yeah, Chang Ho Lee on the cards, probably 29-28. He might drop the first round. Co-main event time. We have Pat Sabatini taking on Anderson Brito. Guys, this is a potential trap. I'm seeing the whole world on Brito. People are slamming him. They're calling him the lock of the night. I don't think so. I think people are underestimating Pat Sabatini. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not picking Pat Sabatini. I'm picking Anderson Brito by knockout. This guy's vicious. He's ruthless. He's going to come forward. He's probably pissed coming off that Gomi loss. I think he's going to knock out Pat Sabatini in the first round. But I am smart enough to understand that Pat Sabatini's a fucking dog. I mean, yes, this guy has, in 3 of his losses, he's been knocked out in the first round. Okay, his other loss is a split decision to Chepe Mariscal back in the day. That's way too far back. 2018, that's like 8 years ago. 7.5 years ago at this point. Like, we're not worried about that. We're worried about, like, the Damon Jackson. We're worried about the Damon Jackson. We're worried about the Diego Lopez. Like, well, that one was an arm injury. We're not even going to talk about that. Like, against these hard-hitting guys, he does tend to go. I mean, low-level guys, Tucker Lutz, TJ Larming, Jamal Emmer. Jamal Emmer sucks, by the way. I was really close to officially picking Gabriel Miranda against him. Like, that's how little I think of Jamal Emmers. I didn't. I switched to Emmers. I really wish the video for last week didn't fucking corrupt, man. I had some great reads. But, yeah, he submitted Jonathan Pierce last time out. Again, an underdog that we called, that we gave out for free. We gave you guys Pat Sabatini. He was like plus 115 against JSP. Like, actually, I think he was like plus 140, to be honest. But, yeah, not a big. He's a minor underdog against Jonathan Pierce. He gets the job done. Submits him in the first round. Anderson Brito, he was fighting JSP. That's the fight where JSP was like talking shit. He was like, get up and do something. And then Brito fucking like, meh, meh, meh. Like he was just mocking him the whole time. Shit was actually pretty funny. It was a fun fight to watch back. And then Brito submits him, little ninja choke. And then, I mean, the shit Brito's done. He took down Diego Lopez over and over, held Diego Lopez down. He set the game plan for Movsar Evloev. Movsar probably watched the Brito fight back and just replicated the game plan. You hold Lopez on his back, he's not going to do shit. And then, I mean, the TKO over Jack Shore was disgusting. Calf to calf on like a downward trajectory. So it cut the fucking calf open, giant hole, blood pouring down the leg. The doctor comes in, he starts fingering the wound. That shit was weird. I mean, Brito's a dog, man. Finished Weston Wilson. Weston Wilson has had an unlucky UFC run. I mean, you Anderson, Brito, and John Silva for your first two fights. That's crazy. And he's submitting Lucas Alexander, knocking out Andre Feely. The loss to Bill Algeo was questionable at best. But I mean, just watch what this guy did to Chepe Mariscal and then get back to me. Anderson Brito is the pick. I think he's going to win by knockout in the first round. Pat Sabatini is ridiculously good on the ground. The way this guy just hopped up on JSP's back standing was crazy. Pat Sabatini, heel hooks, like this guy's BJJ is more legit than anyone wants to give him credit for. If Brito goes to the ground with this guy, he is in trouble. I'm telling, like, he is in trouble. But I don't think he's going to. I think he's just going to keep it on the feet, beat the shit out of him, and that'll be that. Give me Brito by knockout in the first round. Main event time, we have Josh Emmett taking on Lil Roan Leon Edwards Jr. Murphy. The reason I'm calling him that is because I cannot stand to watch this guy fight. You know when you see like an undefeated fighter and they have like all this aura, they're fighting like a top 6 or 7 guy. I don't even know where Josh Emmett's ranked right now. Is he like probably number like 8 or 9? Yeah, Josh Emmett, I think he's like ranked. Josh Emmett's ranked like number 8. Like you see Lerone Murphy about to crack into the top 8. Probably will get placed like 6th or 7th if he wins this fight convincingly. You should be excited. This guy's 15-0, dude. But it's like nobody cares. Like genuinely nobody cares. Lerone Murphy's not fun to watch. You want to talk about his UFC stints of decision over Coley Bao. He lost to Gabriel Santos. I'm going to stand on that. His Edson Barboza fight was actually entertaining. Edson Barboza was on Crip Street after the first round, and Lerone Murphy still could not find the finish. Insanity. The fight against Dan Ige, he gets dropped in the first round, recovers well. Fucking boring ass fight. He wins it 29-28. I think it was a 29-28 against Coley Bao, 29-28 against Santos, except he should have been the other way around. He should have lost. Oh, he knocked out Makwan Americani, dude. I mean, Makwan Americani's picture on Tapology is literally just him with 4 fucking blonde chicks with their tits out. Like, this guy's been knocked out 4 times. Not a quality fighter. That's actually crazy. I didn't know that was his profile picture. And probably 29-28 against Douglas Silva de Andrade. Knocked out Ricardo Ramos. Ooh, congrats. It's crazy. Drada to Zubaida Tukhugov. The whole 29-28 thing was like a joke because I was going through it, but I just looked through the actual scorecards. Like most of them were 29-28. It's crazy. But I just think he's going to walk circles around Josh Emmett here. He's going to hit him with the little 1-2. He might throw in a 3. Watch out. He might chop a calf kick. Probably not, but maybe. And it's just going to be a very underwhelming fight. He's not knocking out Josh Emmett. I don't think that's even in the question. Josh Emmett ate some like 170 fucking punches from Ilya. Only got dropped once. He got 10-7'd in that round. It's like Josh Emmett got fucking 50-42 by Ilya Taporia. He couldn't get knocked out. It guy put Max Holloway out in a couple rounds. Like, Lerone Murphy's not going to finish Josh Emmett. I don't care that Josh Emmett hasn't fought in 2 years. Like, genuinely, we haven't seen Josh Emmett take a punch in 2 years. Bryce Mitchell didn't land a punch. And then that's Ilya Taporia fight before that. Like, we don't know if Josh Emmett's chin is cooked from that. Like, there was a lot of damage in that fight. I'm just going to go against Lerone Murphy in the benefit of the doubt. I'm not giving Lerone Murphy the knockout benefit of the doubt. He doesn't deserve it. Like, Edson Barboza was literally out in, like, the first round. And you went for 5 rounds and you could not finish him. That's insane. Edson Barboza is not a spring chicken. How old? Dude's like 40. He's 40 right now. 39. You need to be finishing Barboza. I mean, Steve Garcia was going to put Edson Barboza out in the first 2 minutes of the fight. That's how you get it done. I know for a fact Steve Garcia was going to knock out Edson Barboza. I had so much money on Steve Garcia, man. But Josh Emmett, he's just reliant on the overhand. He's throwing big, as Lucas Tracy would say, big meaty hooks, big overhands. He's a power merchant of the highest order. A chin made of granite steel, only cracked by Jeremy Stevens, the hardest hitting 145er we've ever seen. I get to see him in person in Des Moines, Iowa in a couple weeks here. Looking forward to that a lot. But, yeah. Josh Emmett put Bryce Mitchell out and won. Robbed Calvin Kattar. Beat Dan Ige, another similar type power puncher guy. I mean, overhand right against Michael Johnson, whatever. Knocked out Ricardo Lamas. Like, he just hasn't had anything recently that's, like, impressive as hell. The Bryce Mitchell fight, Bryce Mitchell wasn't even supposed to fight him. Wasn't that, like, a super short notice fight? Because, yeah, Giga pulled out. Bryce Mitchell steps in on a couple days' notice. Bryce Mitchell came in. He didn't look himself on the scale. He didn't look himself. He was timid in the octagon. Didn't even shoot. And he just got overhand right. Like, it's unfortunate. It is what it is. It happened. He bounced back. He's fine. Kron Gracie, a bum. But Bryce Mitchell versus John Silva, that's a fight we get to talk about coming up pretty soon here. I think that's next weekend. Very excited to break down that one. I'm going to get some hate for the way I'm going to break it down, but it is what it is. Lerone Murphy's going to probably fucking 48-47 Josh Emmett. Like, it sucks. This guy's undefeated. He's supposed to have all the hype. He's like a 40-year-old prospect. I can't pick this guy to do anything good. He's not going to knock out Josh Emmett. It's not going to be a dominant decision. He's not going to drop Josh Emmett, beat him up, take him like pillar to pull. Like, it's just, man. Josh Emmett is literally more likely to get a knockout than Lerone Murphy, and Josh Emmett's slow, telegraphs every punch, hasn't fought in 2 years. I do have a bet on Josh Emmett by knockout. I hate Lerone Murphy. I want to see him knocked out. Josh Emmett by knockout was a good price. I took a small shot on it. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever. Lerone Murphy by decision is the call. Pretty high confidence, and I mean, this guy sucks. He loses to every single fighter above him in the rankings if he beats Josh Emmett. I think he still loses to every fighter above him in the rankings right now besides Josh Emmett. For what it's worth, Lerone Murphy sucks, but he's going to get this one done by a close decision for no reason. Leon Edwards Jr. And that's the card, man. This recording is literally like 2.5 hours long. I'm looking at it right now. I'm going to trim this thing down, try and get this to under an hour. Had a lot to say about this card, a lot of stuff going into this. I did a lot of tape study. Wanted to give my opinion on a lot of these guys. We got some debuters. Hopefully we don't see too many fraud checks getting shipped out there unless it's a Reese McKee. You guys want to make sure you join the Discord, top link in the description. Let me know in the comments. My picks are shit. My picks are good. What are you feeling? We're going to go through the PFL card in a different video. I got to edit this one right now, get this shit up. It's like 3 in the morning. I got stuff to do in the morning, so we'll see how that goes. But catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.